Hello everyone, welcome to my second video featuring my Brocock Ranger XR PCP air rifle. It's a .77 caliber air rifle. It's very lightweight. I mentioned some of these things in my previous video. It's 2.5 kilograms without the scope. It's got a fold-in stock. It's very modular. You can see there's Picatinny rails here and here. You can mount things on. Like I said, the stock folds. This is an add-on. This is a moderator to make it go quiet. So the barrel's, I think it's about 10 inches. It ends around about there, starts there. Quite a short barrel. Adjustable power, but it's UK legal without a firearm certificate, which means it doesn't fire more powerfully than 12 foot-pounds. I won't go into all of that right now. That's for another video. This video is to just show you the parts I've recently purchased to customize this rifle. And the story behind that is I was going to buy another air rifle of a similar quality to this. These are quite pricey. I had a think and I thought this is my favorite air rifle. I've got several. And I thought it would be a good idea, rather than to buy a new rifle, just to focus on this quite very high quality air rifle and to make it mine truly by customizing it. So this is the factory kind of configuration. This is how it comes from the shop, without this Picatinny rail here. This is an add-on, I've screwed it on, and without this I've added just you know, everyone has to have a scope on this type of air rifle. This scope is a Vector Optics, by the way. And I just thought, no, don't spend extra money on another air rifle and learn all about that air rifle. This is my best air rifle. Let's spend some money on doing this, because I'm not going to ever get rid of this air rifle. It's a good air rifle. So let me show you some of the parts that I've got, or all of the parts that I've got, and the reason why I've got them, and maybe a little bit of an explanation. So the first part, I've got a new buttstock, and this is a company called Fab Defense. It's an AR type, M4 type buttstock. The existing buttstock is an AR type adjustable buttstock. It's made in Israel. Can you see that? So this model buttstock is called the Core GL, the GL Core CP. And I've got it in green. I know this looks black on camera, but you can see clearly here it's green. I just wanted to, like I said, I'm customizing this air rifle, and I wanted to just make it look a little bit different. And, you know, I like green. And so I just got a green buttstock rather than keep everything black. So here it is out of the box. The box is already open. The primary reason I got this particular buttstock is this. So it's got a cheek riser. So when I'm doing my cheek, what they call the cheek weld, to look down my scope, and my scope's going to be fairly low level anyway, I've got, my head's going to be better aligned to the center of the optic, and that's the primary reason I got this scope. Mainly, one, I just like the color, and I wanted to jazz my rifle up a bit. Two, this to raise my cheek into a position that I wanted it to be in. So it's going to be more custom to me. So that's the Fab GL Core CP buttstock. Going to add it on. There's some other parts in the box. I've never done a custom job before, so I'm going to learn as I go along in another video. The next good Gucci part I've got is the Form rifle stock. It's a rifle grip, actually, BRK grip, so for Brocock. It's basically, this is the grip I've got currently that comes with the rifle, and I got this. Comes in a nice little box. So this is, it took 4 weeks before this come. It's not custom made, but they don't have, it's made by a shop called Form. You can see there, Form. It's not a shop, it's a factory, basically. Very, very small factory. I think family owned. I think they're based in Exeter, UK based. And this is the grip that will fit this rifle. Like I say, it's not customized to me, but they don't have a row of them waiting on the shelf. They make them as needed, especially this one, which is in forest green laminate wood. So it's a color that isn't readily available. It's very lightweight. It's configured for right hand use, so it fits into my right hand. And some of the features of a fancy stock like, or a fancy grip like this, sorry, you can see they call this the palm swell. It kind of is a little bit bigger at the bottom. It fits your palm. It swells out your palm, and so your trigger finger is going to be just nicely set up so that that part of your finger is really kindly well configured to pull back on the trigger. Trigger placement is really important when you're doing competition shooting or any shooting really, and this helps with that quite a lot. Something I've noticed when I got it out the box, it's got a slight 5-degree, I would say, cant to the right, which makes sense when you position your body behind a rifle. It's not straight down, so that's nice. So, and you can see it's contoured to your fingers. It's a beautiful piece of kit. Yeah, form grip, AK style grip. This particular cutout is AK, even though this is AR. So that's going to go there. Okay, that's going to go there. All the screws and bits and bobs are in the box, and like I say, nice little box too. Next bit, I got this aim grip Bipod. This is Daystate, is basically the same company as Brocock. So this is a recommended bipod for this rifle. So you can see it's carbon fiber, so high quality, super lightweight material. It's got a quick release lever there. This is going to go there. Obviously adjustable, and when you adjust it, it stays in place because it's got this kind of ratchet type design. So that's these feet are adjustable in and out. I won't do that now. It's also one of the reasons I particularly like this, as well as that is the one from the company and it's super lightweight, is I like it because this is something you can use as well. This is the grip. That's why they call it the aim grip bipod. So this screw comes off. You add this, if it's something like this, and then you've got this grip as a forward grip, a foregrip if you like, for this rifle. So if I just leave this there, it's going to be, that's going to go there. Then I've got kind of together, I've got a scope, an Optisan scope, which is the most expensive part. Let me just show it. This is Optisan, good company. I don't know where they're based, but they're a little bit the higher end of scope. A common scope that people use are Hawke scopes. This is, I would say, a little bit better quality than most Hawke scopes. Box is cool, box is nice. I'm just going to lay it over the parts so you can see it. So in the case, it's got owner's manual, reticle information. I'll just really quickly show it to you. Reticle information, I've looked at this already. Oh no, that's just the manual. The reticle information is another page. There's the reticle info. That's what the reticle looks like. Just hold that there for a second. So it's in mils. It's second focal plane. I'll talk about that in another video. You can get scopes in either first focal plane or second focal plane. Just quickly, second focal plane, the reticle stays the same when you enlarge the scope magnification. First focal plane, the reticle goes big and small, you know, depending on your magnification. I'll explain more in another video. Cleaning cloth and 10-year warranty. The scope is here. It's 32. So it's basically, when you're talking scopes, this is a 3 by 12 by 32. So that's not precise. So the inner, I'm talking about the inner diameter, the lens, the actual lens there that we're looking at, that's 32 millimeters across, and that's the objective, they call it. The magnification is at this end, and it goes from 3 all the way up to 12, and I wanted as much magnification as possible on a small scope. This is kind of it, you know, for the money. And then you've got turrets for, you know, that turret is for windage. Sorry, that turret is for, let me get this right, elevation. See that? Because once you adjust it, you put the caps back on so it's not touched. And this turret is for windage. Yeah, left and right, which will adjust the reticle. And then this on the side here is for parallax or focus. Yeah, and then there's a little bit more focus at the back. There's a kind of sun visor to go here that screws on. I've got, and then the covers, plastic covers for it. And when you get a scope, you need the mounts, and I've got these mounts. Hawke, I mentioned Hawke earlier. It's an optic company, very well known to all shooters. And you can see these are very low down. They're very low compared to these. They're very, very low down because I want to bring the scope down so it's closer to the bore. And you've got these kind of unusual feature, these adjustable levers, so that I can take these off and on quickly to change my scope. I'm thinking of interchanging this scope on this particular rifle sometimes with a red dot. So that's why I bought those, as well as because they're low profile. When you've got Picatinny rails, which are these, this is what you call Picatinny rails, it's easy to take things on and off. So guys, basically that is it. That is my parts for my Brocock Ranger, and I'll be adding those parts on, and in a coming video I will show you what it looks from this rifle to the new rifle with all the parts on it, which is going to be my custom rifle. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.